All right, so we're here at Mission Bible Church. We had just replaced our house lighting bulbs with the Philips Hue Bulbs. They are actually, let me grab them, hold on. 100 watt bulbs by Philips Hue. And just want to give a little review, things like that, of what we're doing with them and how they work. So we're running LightKey for them. So we bought the LightKey module for the Philips Hue. So just how that works. So the hub it can hold up to 50 light bulbs, I believe. And the module for LightKey can hold up to 100 bulbs. And we currently have 38 bulbs on that network. So pairing them and all that, super easy. We made a production account through the Philips Hue app and basically did it one by one. So we labeled every single one as we put them in, so we kept everything in sync, and that worked really well, really easy and all that. So they work really well for the most part, and I'll show you some issues that we are having with LightKey. So here at Mission, I like to automate as much as I can. We have a lot of automation going on. So we use Bitfocus Companion for that, which works great. And so we'll switch over to that screen kind of so you can see what that looks like as well. But through LightKey, so this is our walk-in look, as you can see with those lights. And if I use LightKey and I go to a worship look, which is basically what we did was most of the lights go to blue, a dark blue, and the aisles stay a lighter blue. I believe the intensity is 100%, I think. Don't quote me on that. We can look in on LightKey for that. But so I'll tap this worship look under house, and you'll see kind of like this popcorn effect. They don't all change all at the same time, so that kind of sucks. Looking into the LightKey stuff a little bit deeper, it does look like they do say that could happen. They gave a couple of ideas to like workarounds that could help that. Something like make sure everything's in the same group and all that. We have one group, one room, if that's what you want to call it. So obviously we're still getting that popcorn, but when I just went there to walk in, they were not all popcorn. So I'm not sure if that's because of the color, going from color to white or white to color, or I'm not sure, or two separate colors, the dark blue and the light blue. But yeah, so if I go back to walk-in, they do that. It seems to be okay. If I go back to worship, it will take a while to get into there. The other thing is you cannot set fade times through LightKey. I did not know that going into this project. That really sucks. We were wanting to do really slow and long dissolves and crossfades, whatever you want to call it, with our house lights. Unfortunately, that does not work through LightKey. They even state that, again, after looking into the whole popcorn thing and saw, oh, fade times don't work. That's really unfortunate, but it is what it is at this point. Now if I click on message, you'll see that popcorn effect to white. So kind of weird. So going from worship to walk-in, there's no popcorn effect. Going from walk-in to worship, popcorn effect. Going from worship to message, popcorn effect. But we're going to the white lights. However, the aisles are still light blue. You can see that. So it could be something with the multiple color issue. We'll go back to walk-in, and there's a popcorn effect with those. So kind of weird. If I go to video, I'm not sure if I programmed that. Yeah, I guess I did. That one worked. There's no popcorn effect there. So it could be the multicolor thing, because the video is basically the same color blue, but the aisles are not that light blue like they are for worship. So if I click worship, the aisles turn into that light blue. So what we've done for a workaround is using Companion, and then Companion is just pulling different scenes that we have made in the Philips Hue app. So if I get out of that, I go into here. So I've got, let's see, where is it at? Philips Hue Bridge, right there. So that's all connected. Boom. And then if I go to buttons, I've got house lights. I've got walk-in. That's pulling the walk-in scene. Worship top, which is like the first half of worship. The lights are a little bit brighter, but they are colored. So they're that dark blue color with the light blue aisles. Worship bottom is all purple, relatively dark. Message is white with light blue aisles. I think light blue back, I think. Video is blue with light blue back and light blue aisles as well. And then house on and house off. So this is our workaround. Now, you still can't set fade times that we have found. We have dug through a ton of stuff. Still no fade times in the Philips Hue app. But we have tried, there's documents for like going through the API of the bridge. We went down that rabbit trail, didn't really work what we were trying to do. So we were getting some errors. We found out how to fix those errors, whatever. So we have a Stream Deck sitting here just to the left of our lighting computer with the look that you see here. So that works really well, but going back to that fade time. So there's other apps that we were able to find that basically talk to the bridge, and you're able to set those fade times for scenes. So we made the scenes in the Philips Hue app, and then went to another third-party app. It found those same scenes, and then we can put delays or fade times in with those. So we did that. Works good. We were having some issues, not quite sure if it was, we were using two phones, so one phone had the app, the Philips Hue app open, my phone had the other app to set the fade times. We were trying API stuff, so we were having some issues. It could have been just we were trying to do too many things at the same time, so power cycling the bridge, quitting apps, doing it one at a time. We have seemed to fix that issue. So now what we're doing is on ProPresenter, we have cues at the top of the songs, video slide, whatever it is, that push basically a button on Stream Deck for our house lights. So essentially it's sending out multiple cues. So it sends one cue out to LightKey, that will do basically color and dimmer, nothing with the house lights. Sends another cue to companion, which then will do the house lights accordingly. So actually let me do it through companion so you can see it on the screen. If we, let's see here, key, house lights. So if I click walk in, we're already on walk in, so nothing's going to change there. If I go to worship tap, it will do a 15-second, 10, 15, something like that, 10, 15-second fade to blue, and then you see it has those blue, or light blue for the aisles. If I click on worship bottom, it will do the same 10, 15-second fade to dark purple, and then bringing the intensity down in brightness. Click on, that looks like it's done. Click on message. It'll bring the lights up, turn them to white, keeping the aisles and the back of the room blue. And we're just about there, okay. We'll click on video. So it basically keeps the aisles in the back the same that we were just on. It changes the lights over the seats to a dark bluish purple. So yeah, house on basically is just giving power and turns the lights on. House off fades the lights out and then actually turns the wall switch off. So we still have wall switches, so when other ministries, cleaners, people like that just walk in, they want lights, they can hit the wall switch. And what that looks like is, so we'll turn them off, turn them on, and do a little bit of flicker, but then it's all basically 100%, so they can come in and clean and all that. So yeah, so they can still do the wall switch, just defaults to a warm white basically. So they don't need to use LightKey or anything like that. Yeah, but then the house off will fade them out, and then it turns the wall switch off. Basically kills power to the lights so they don't sit there with power the whole time. I can click on walk-in, which is a little dimmer than obviously the 100%. So yeah, so not sure if this is a limitation with LightKey with the whole popcorn effect. It's kind of a bummer with the popcorn effect. It's a bummer that you can't set fade times and all that stuff. So not sure if there's a workaround with that. Maybe LightKey is coming up with something. Maybe they don't really care about Philips Hue. It's just a cool integration that they added, and that's as far as they want to go with it. Not quite sure, but we're under the maximum allotment for the bridge and for LightKey, so not quite sure why we're having that issue, but yeah, so overall pretty happy. This is our first time doing like colored lights for the house lights, so yeah, so this weekend is the first weekend for this, and should be a good time. So maybe after the weekend we'll do another video just to let everyone know how it went and all that stuff. So stick around. I'll put links on the bottom of the video for the lights, the hub, all that type of stuff that we used. And any questions, you shoot us a message.